Hey, what's up, guys? I'm TPV Robinizer, and welcome to this IBG update. Week 4 through 6. Yeah, I got an update here for you guys. Yeah. Sorry for being sort of gone, but I got this video coming up. I got another one that should come out in like an hour after this one's uploaded. So yeah, I'll just I'll try and stay more on top of uploading. Yeah. Alright, let's just get into it. Week 4. Let's see. Defense. Somehow he's gonna run Sneasel defensively. Lolowak, bulky, Latios, bulky, Vaporeon, defense. I don't I don't like going against defense. But let's get right into it. My team, I completely forgot the sets, but Infernape, Mimikyu, Roserade, Golbat, Mega Scizor, Aerodactyl. Yeah. So lead Mimikyu. He leads a Lolowak, and I Shadow Claw. I thought he would switch. I really thought he would switch, but he makes a good play of using Boomerang to break my disguise, then hit me again. But I finish him off with the Shadow Claw, and yeah, Sneasel comes in. Foul Play finishes me off. I think this is a bulky Violet set. He goes Steela as I Mega Evolve with Scizor and Bullet Punch and do 10. I can't break Steela. I go Golbat. He Leech Seeds. And, well, let's just see how this goes. I bring in Infernape. I go for Shadow Claw. Vaporeon is at full health. And, like, alright. We're just gonna skip through this. This bulk, his bulk just straight out beats mine, and my offense doesn't break his. Roserade has HP Fire to do a lot to the Steela, but it just falls over, and the Steela is gonna be able to just easily get the health back through Leech Seeds. He protects. I have Fire Punch because I was an SD set, and I really didn't want to take recoil. Shadow Claw doing nothing, and just bulk. Steel is back at full health, and my bulk goes down. I finally catch the Wobbuffet with the Shadow Claw, and yeah, the Wobbuffet falls over, but then Sneasel is gonna finish off my Golbat here. Well, no, bring it down to really low, but then the Steela can just come in. Arrow's doing nothing. It fell over. I finally get an SD up with Infernape, but then just have to switch out because it's a Vaporeon. Yeah, his just bulk outstalls me. The Steela here, I think straight wins. Yeah, Steela just wins here by outstalling me. I could have definitely prepped better. His bulk just overwhelmed me. I couldn't really, I couldn't do much. But yeah, that's what happened. It was a very bulky game. I can definitely prep better against this type of team. I didn't play well at all. But yeah, let's move on to week 5. So this is against Mimo. No, Mimo's week 6. This is against a new guy to the league, Flim. And yeah, so let's get right into it. He leads Darmanitan, I lead Latias. I see he's banded. He falls over to my Latias. If he's scarfed, Latias lives and gets a Psychic off because he's going to U-turn into his Aromatisse. So Aromatisse comes in, Psychic does great damage to it. It's weakened, and Latias still will outspeed everything except for the Darmanitan or a Scarfer. So I'm fine with this. I double into the Zydog because I predict he's going to try and Wish Pass into the Darmanitan. As he U-turns on my Zydog, and I just go for 1,000 arrows. I do a lot to the Venusaur. I see he's very bulky, and I just 1,000 arrows away. I can stall out this Venusaur from some of its syntheses, and I'm doing a lot of damage to it. Here I go hard Latias because he has to Giga Drain, and that's not killing Latias. And I can force him out with a Psychic as the Crook comes in, and I go for a Specs Draco Meteor. This was a very bulky Crook, so that crit mattered, but it would have been one shot, and but you know he would have still had the intimidate pressure around. But I don't think Crook did much this game if it wasn't scarfed to take on the Zydog and Latias. But you know the crit mattered. He fell over when he shouldn't have. He brings in the Darm, and I let Zydog go down. As he decides to Flare Blitz instead of U-turn, and I think that was the wrong play because I can just bring in Golbat. He Flare Blitzes, does a lot of damage, takes a lot of recoil, and I can Brave Bird, and this thing is like gone. It has no health left. It's in range of Mimikyu's Shadow Sneak, and so I just go for the Shadow Sneak. I wasn't sure if he would save it or not. The Venusaur comes in, and I don't want to take a Sludge Bomb. I don't want my Disguise to break. And I think this is just set up for fodder for Snorlax. He Leech Seeds as I curse, and we're just gonna skip through this a bit. As he brings in Darm, I tank a Flare Blitz, eat my Iapapa, and I recycle my Iapapa. And I recycle again, thinking he was gonna Flare Blitz, but it fails obviously. And then I think he's gonna Toxic. However, I decide to curse because I want to be able to take this Aromatisse out. It's very bulky. It's stopping my Lottie from dropping Dracos. He wishes as I return and do a lot of damage. Yeah, I predict to protect, and I go for a curse. So now this thing's gonna fall over to a return, and that's just what I decide to do. I don't think he can kill me with Moonblast, but the Darm goes down, and I'm brought down to 1%, so anything can finish me off, and he chooses to let it be Kyurem. He goes for the Ice Beam and reveals he's a Life Orb set, which means Lottie outspeeds, and I go for Psychic, predicting the Aromatisse, and I decide to Psychic again, just weaken this as he wishes, and he has to protect now, so I go Hard Scizor, and yeah. So Scizzor's in, I can just Mega Evolve, and this is a sweeping set. So I think I go for SD. I go for SD. Now the Venusaur is in, and I can do good damage to this. It does a lot of damage. And now the Venusaur is weakened, and this is where Mimikyu can sort of just win, because he revealed Kyurem will be slower than this, so I set up an SD as he Leech Seeds, starts to whittle me down, and then Shadow Claw will just kill this. He goes into Aromatisse. I predict him to protect here, as he wishes. I thought he would try and bait out the Z move, but he wishes, so that was fine. And I throw off the Let's Snuggle Forever, which Okos the Aromatisse, and then I can just play rough the Kyurem, and then Shadow Claw twice. Oh, Shadow Claw once to kill the Slowbro. And yeah, that was yeah, we got the win. It was pretty close. I think Mimikyu sort of just had the matchup easily because it beat every Pokemon on his team. He revealed the Venusaur didn't have Sludge Bomb, so Darm was the only thing that outsped. And if I got set up enough, I could Shadow Sneak it, or if I could weaken the Darm because that's his main wall breaker using Flare Blitz, I could just easily. I think Mimikyu could have easily just won this game outright, and also the Crook wasn't scarfed, so play rough. And yeah, that was week 5, and now let's get into week 6. Yeah, we're 2-3 right now. I don't know my differential, but yeah, week 6 is here. We're against Mimo. Oh boy, Scrafty, Licky, Vikavolt, Claydol, Heatran, Mega Gyarados against Infernape, Latias, Zydog, Ditto, Rotomwash, and Mega Scizor. So Zygarde has come to every game, I think. I think Zygarde 10 is very, very underrated. But yeah, so Infernape does a lot this game. Like a lot. Latias. Okay. Alright, so I had dual Z on this team. Both Latias and Infernape had a Z. Infernape was SD with I think All Out Pummeling, and then Latias was Calm Mind with Devastating Drake. So those were both sweepers that could do a lot to his team. However, they had like the 1 or 2 Pokemon check, like Scrafty, sort of does a lot against the Latias, and like Gyarados and Claydol do a lot against the Infernape. Alright, and then I had Zydog, very spammable. 1,000 arrows is in this game. I have Ditto because an Agility Vikavolt or Dragonlance Mega Gyarados are very, very good against my team. Rotom Wash, just a pivot for the Heatran to take that on. And then I think it defensive Mega Scizor like I normally bring. However, last week I did not. So, let's get into it. So, I lead Infernape. He leads Claydol. U-turn. Dual stab U-turn on the Infernape. U-turn out, see that does a lot to the Claydol, and just bring in Rotom. He sets up a Reflect, which is actually pretty bad for me, because it's harder for the Infernape to sweep, but he has leftovers Reflect, so no Light Clay. I get a Toxic off on the Scrafty, and then I can just Volt Switch out. Scizor comes in. It does not take a lot from Scrafty at all. So, then I just Mega and I Roost, get my health back. I hoped he did not have Fire Punch. U-turn out on the Claydol, do a lot through the screen, and bring in Zygarde because this Reflect is going down. So I sort of get a kill here, other than the Gyarados. And I predict him to Dragon Dance here, so I just go for 1,000 arrows, get good damage. Mimo unfortunately brought Moxie instead of Intimidate, I think. Then I go hard Ditto as he Ice Fangs, and he does 0, and I sorta just forgot to put HP on Ditto, but I saw Waterfall can sweep his team. Unfortunately, it only has 5 PP with Ditto, so I can't sweep, but I'll get a lot of kills. Waterfall will 2 KO this. Crunch does way too much because I didn't put HP by accident. Waterfall, but Ditto picks up the kill. It's going to pick up the kill against Heatran, and then, it's just the Intimidate brings my attack down, and the Scrafty here is going to get 2 KO'd. Get an unfortunate flinch from Mimo. So, but now I struggle. I did 22. And Ditto died as he goes for the Bug Buzz, and then Infernape can just clean up with the Flare Blitz on the Vikavolt. And then the all-out pummeling on the Licky Licky. So this was a pretty fast game. I let Ditto do work. We were talking about some calcs here. Like with my Ditto calc, it was all messed up. We had talk after the game. Mimo's a friend of mine. But we got the 5-0 win, which should help our differential, and we're now 3-3. So I will see you guys later with week 7. Sorry for the lack of uploads recently, but that's the update. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.